Welcome back and good evening and congratulations. Most of you made it up into the 70s today. 72 over in Effingham, 71 in Terre Haute, Robinson, and also here in Charleston during that inaugural home beach volleyball matchup today. Well, the air was warm, the water not so much. 45 degrees at Lake Shelbyville this morning. That was late in the morning. At the time, the air temperature was about 20 degrees warmer. No time to be in the water, no time to risk being without a life vest. 65 the current temperature here in Charleston, and you know, we do have clouds currently. Humidity 58%. Visibility is good, except if you want to see what's behind those clouds tonight. We'll talk about that in a moment. Looking at the satellite picture, no severe weather is in our picture currently. There is the possibility of a rain system moving up from Texas. It'll take a couple of days to get here. It's barely worth a mention for right now. We'll get to that though. Currently, over the viewing area, you do see a little bit of cloud cover, and that's going to thicken a little bit later tonight. Futurecast, we're going to take a look at it. Actually, around 7 or 8, there will be an opening up of the sky, and you will be able to see certain items up above, but only for a little while, because by 10 p.m., the clouds come back. What indeed are we talking about? Well, first of all, there is the full moon tonight in the east. The moon, like the sun, rises in the east, sets in the west. When the moon has risen, which actually is right now, you can look directly across the sky to the to the west, and you'll see Venus and Jupiter. Even the weather guy gets confused on directions from time to time. Overnight tonight, a low of 37. We'll have those winds still gusting up to 25 miles per hour. Those winds are going to be with us through tomorrow, certainly. We will have cooling temperatures beginning tomorrow morning. The temperatures just aren't going to rise very much. We'll be into the 40s by the noon hour, but maybe 50 if we're lucky on Tuesday. Looking ahead a little bit further, we go from 50 to down a couple of notches to 46 degrees on Wednesday, with winds continuing from the east at up to 15 miles an hour. And then Thursday, there's that rain event we were talking about. It will probably start raining in the late afternoon, and that's going to continue overnight and on into Friday. That'll affect the temperature. Only 48 degrees for the high on Thursday, but really that's fairly normal for this time of year. Before we get to your 7-day forecast, a little bit of record keeping. We need to talk to you about that. On Friday, we told you that low pressure was lower than I had ever seen, and in fact, new records for low pressure. The barometric pressure, 28.88 inches of mercury in Terre Haute. That set the all-time record that previously was more than 100 years ago, or almost 100 years ago. Robinson also likely a record. The barometer 28.88, and in Coles and in Effingham, very close. They also had records, I believe, in Paducah, Kentucky, and in Evansville. That low pressure center just came right over the southern portion of our viewing area. Now here's your 7-day outlook. Here's what's ahead, and you'll notice no 70s on the horizon, no 60s either. We go from 50 to a prolonged period of 40s and even into the 30s for a little while. For this time of year, we averaged a high of 50 and a low of 31, but we're not having that on the high end for a while. Now back to the news desk.